This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And just a quick fun note, if you have never seen The Last Crusade in theaters, the film is in theaters this weekend and this weekend only. But let's go into this video, and this was honestly just a great Indiana Jones game. The story was a lot of fun, and it was honestly just great overall too, going out to see a great adventure of Indy. This is, honestly, it was really impressive just how well, I think it was Troy Baker who was the Indiana Jones voice actor in this, but just how well he managed to go and capture Harrison Ford's voice and really sounded like him. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, but it was close, and honestly, it was just really impressive because there are times you can't fully tell. Oh, there are other times you could tell, but that's not really an insult to this because of just how incredibly well done it was. I think that the story was really great, and even if you didn't see all the twists, this game came out at the end of last year, and I thankfully never had anything spoiled for it. And well, the reason I because it was because of its PlayStation release, because it came out on Xbox and PC first, and I wanted to wait for the PlayStation version. And you know what? I was not disappointed. It was really an incredible game. I think that the antagonist, I believe, is Voller. I don't remember exact pronunciation, but uh, he was a great antagonist for it. He he was just super great. That final fight with him, it was pretty brutal. If you watched it, it took me a lot of times to attempt it, and I just had to take a small break to be able to go and actually deal with him because it was just not super well done. Going into just really everything else with it, I'd say really the only problem I had with the game was the boss fights. The only one that wasn't super challenging in terms of just them having a lot of health and stuff was the snake one, and the only reason I had problems with that was my controller I had at the time was drifting, so it kept making me miss my hits, and that was really the only reason I wasn't doing great, besides the first time where I didn't notice there was more than two spears and couldn't figure out what to do after that. But with this one, I'd say, yeah, the biggest problem with it is the boss fights. I feel like they're all either you get really lucky that you survive them, or they are you really simple to do because, well, the other one that wasn't too hard was the one blind guy where you just have to keep hitting him from behind. There's a few times that I failed to run away from him in time, but besides that, it was just a relatively simple fight. And the other ones, yeah, it just felt really repetitive in those boss fights, mainly hitting them with heavy items or hitting them quickly and then running. And yeah, really honestly, besides the boss fights, which I said I don't think were the greatest, the rest of the game was really fun. You really did feel like Indiana Jones. You didn't feel like some overpowered person, and unlike Star Wars Outlaws, which was definitely really bad on the stealth mechanics, where that also was very similar to this, where you were just a normal person that wasn't super overpowered. This one, the stealth mechanics were pretty good, and you were able to go and do it. Sometimes you had to figure a way around, and you didn't get to a fight too much. Like me, sometimes you had a little trouble when you did go and get into a fight. But really, besides that, such a fun game. They did such a great job. The mystery setup was great. The ending being on Noah's Ark was honestly just a great surprise, and I'm really excited for its DLC. The trailer came out within the last week. It should be out in September. I don't know if it's also going to be delayed for PlayStation, but even if it is, I'm super excited for it. I just cannot wait to play more of this game, and it's honestly just going to be a really fun game to play. I think that it is just such a game that was well done. It is, as I said, it's a lot of fun, and I am just really excited to go and well, we'll just play more of this. I will eventually go for 100%, but there's just so many other things that I want to play that I'm not going to be finishing this one up immediately. And yeah, honestly, they did such a great job with it. Everything really was great. The first person perspective, it kind of surprised me at first. I thought that there may have been enough just to go and, see the full skins that you had, since it did have the Temple of Doom skin as a pre-order bonus, and I think you also get the Last Crusade one. But ultimately, it's just such a fun game to play, and I think that just all the mechanics were great. And yeah, honestly, I do want to know what you think. I also really love just how they managed to go and capture the opening two Raiders of the Lost Ark in this one. It really accurately captured it, and it just looked really cool. But yeah, honestly, I want to know what you think. Please leave in the comments, and I'll see you next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.